Hi, I am Axel, the Welfare Officer of the North Essex Veteran Support Group, and I would like to make this video about post-traumatic stress disorder, aka PTSD. This is a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. It is characterized by a range of symptoms that can affect a person's thoughts, feelings, behavior, and overall well-being. These symptoms typically persist and can cause significant distress and impairment in daily life. Some of the common causes of PTSD include the following: personal trauma, combat and military trauma, witnessing trauma, childhood trauma and medical trauma. In part 2 of this video I want to focus on combat and military trauma. But, for now in part 1, I want to explain a little about this subject. The symptoms of PTSD can vary but generally fall into the following 4 categories. The first one is intrusion symptoms. These involve reliving the traumatic event through distressing memories, nightmares, flashbacks, or intense reactions to triggers that remind the person of the trauma. Secondly, avoidance symptoms. Individuals with PTSD might avoid situations, places, people, or activities that remind them of the traumatic event. They may also avoid talking about the event or their feelings related to it. Veterans with PTSD at times fall into this category by avoiding talking about specific events that caused their trauma. The third is negative changes in mood and cognition. This can include feelings of numbness, difficulty experiencing positive emotions, negative thoughts about oneself or others, memory problems related to the traumatic event, and a sense of detachment from others. So, the fourth category is changes in arousal and reactivity. This involves heightened levels of arousal, including irritability, anger outbursts, difficulty concentrating, sleep disturbances, and being easily startled. It's important to note that not everyone who experiences a traumatic event will develop PTSD. There are a lot of factors why, such as individual resilience, pre-existing mental health conditions, available support systems, a good support network, that is family and friends, and the nature of the trauma can all play a role in whether someone develops the disorder. Treatment for PTSD includes a combination of psychotherapy, such as CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, and also medication such as antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication to manage symptoms and help individuals cope with the effects of trauma. If you or someone you know is struggling with symptoms of this illness, it's recommended to seek professional help from mental health professionals experienced in this type of trauma. Anyway, this was just a brief video about PTSD. In part 2, I will delve into combat and military trauma and how we all can support each other. I know our network have a varied range of experiences as veterans, and the North Essex Veteran Support Group want to lead and offer the best support. This was Jamie and Sharon's vision. So let's move this forward and look out for part 2, where I will focus on combat and military trauma. Thank you for watching my first part of PTSD and the story behind it. I hope it gave you an understanding. But please look out for part 2. Thank you.